Hello, I'm Alexander Armstrong, and a very warm welcome to Pointless, the quiz show where the lowest scorers are the biggest winners. Let's meet today's players. First up, we welcome back Mario and Jeff. Everyone gets 2 chances to reach the Pointless final. This is your second and final chance. Remind us how you did last time.
Very badly. We went out in the first round, bitten by the beetle.
Beetles. You were beaten by the beetle. It's the mad monk that did for you. The mad monk beetle that just turned out not to exist. Jeff, what are you hoping is going to come up today?
The Cardiff bus timetable. That would be good.
Do you know, well, you said, how good would you be on the Cardiff
pretty
bus
good.
timetable? Would you?
Yeah, pretty good.
Go on, all right. What's the first bus in the morning?
From the depot is 4:24.
Yeah, but not from the depot.
4:30 from the bus station.
Oh, very good. Jeff used to control the buses in the Cardiff area. Mario, what are you hoping is going to come up this afternoon?
Hoping for sports, geography, some books.
Most specifically, football in South Wales.
That'd be nice, but I'm not very optimistic.
Well, let's see. Let's see. Very best of luck to the pair of you. Lovely to have you back. Secondly, we welcome back Jean and Carol. You were also on the show last time. Remind us how you did.
We got through to the head-to-head.
Yeah. You did brilliantly well.
We got beaten by a bunch of footballers.
Yeah,
You got beat... Hang on, you're making this sound a lot worse than it was, beaten by a bunch of footballers. What do you do in your spare time, Jean?
we go together, mainly to the museums, things like that. We go out theatre.
Any particular kind of thing you like to see in the theatre, or just whatever's on?
Musicals.
Yeah.
Musicals, yeah.
Very good. So musicals might be quite a good subject if that came up.
Well, could be, couldn't it?
Very good. You could pool all your resources.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
Very good. Well, best of luck to the pair of you. Lovely having you back. And next, we welcome Andrew and Sue. How do you two know each other?
We know each other from the local pub quiz, where we were on different teams. Our team kept winning, Sue's team kept losing, so gradually she infiltrated our team.
Not true.
And it is true. And now she captains our team.
What?
And we're not quite sure how that happened.
Sue.
You tell me.
I can tell you because you're brilliant. Because you're brilliant. Have you...
Absolutely.
What's the name of your team?
She who must be obeyed.
There's a clue in the name, though, isn't there?
No, very best of luck. And finally, we've got Jake and Barney. How do you two know each other?
We worked together 6 years ago, and we've been friends ever since.
What did you do together?
Well, we worked in a pub in London when I first moved to London.
Did you have pub quizzes there?
Yeah, we did indeed, which I ran.
Oh, so you had my job, basically?
Yeah.
So you had all the answers?
Yeah, so it was easy for me.
So much easier, isn't it? And, Jake, did you ever take part in these extravaganzas?
I used to try to, but obviously I was generally working behind the bar, so I'd try and give the odd person the odd answer if I knew it, but he would never give me the
odd
answer.
Answers. Right, I see. Well, we'll find out more about all of you throughout the show. There is one person yet for me to introduce. He is a raconteur of obscure facts and figures, that's what it says. Here's my pointless friend, he's Richard.
Oh, yeah. Hello.
A raconteur. You're like a Ronnie Corbett of obscure facts and figures.
I think there's one small difference between me and Ronnie Corbett, if I'm honest.
He's Scottish.
He is Scottish, exactly right. We've got the same glasses, essentially. We've got a great show. We've got 2 very good returning pairs. Obviously, we had Jean and Carol in the head-to-head last time, so they could go all the way again. But Mario and Jeff were gutted, weren't they?
They were cruelly
absolutely gutted. Yeah. I thought they contained themselves very well, but you could see, look at them now. Look at the fury on their faces. They are absolutely bang up for this, aren't they? But our 2 new pairs all appear to be world quiz champions or something, as far as I can make out. So it's, Sue is saying, yes, that's correct. Yeah, we're quite something, she's saying. I think it's going to be a really cracking show. Question one, very, very tricky. So it's a tough, it's interesting, but one of those ones that's going to get everybody thinking.
Look out for that. Question 1. Right. Well, we put all our questions to 100 people before the show, but this is pointless, so we are after the obscure answers that they didn't get. Now, what everyone's trying to do, of course, is to find a pointless answer, an answer that none of our 100 people gave, and each time that happens, we will add 250 quid to the jackpot. Now, nobody won the jackpot last time, so we add another £1,000 to that, so today's jackpot starts off at £3,500. Very good indeed. Right, let's play Pointless. Right, in the first round, each of you must give me one answer and you cannot confer with your partner. Whichever team has the highest score at the end of the round will be eliminated, so be very careful that's not you. If anyone gives me an incorrect answer, they will score the maximum of 100 points. OK, our first category this afternoon is UK politics. Can you all decide in your pairs who's going to go first, who's going to go second? And whoever's going first, please step up to the podium. OK, let's find out what the question is. We gave 100 people 100 seconds to name as many members of the coalition cabinet as they could. Richard.
Yeah, we're looking for any of the MPs or peers who were given a seat in the first coalition cabinet that was put together in May 2010. 28 people are designated by the Prime Minister's office as attending cabinet. That's the Secretaries of State, heads of departments and various other people. One person we won't accept is the Attorney General, Dominic Grieve, but we're looking for any of the 28 peers or MPs who made up the first coalition cabinet in May 2010.
OK, thanks very much, Richard. Oh, Mario and Jeff, you all drew lots before the show, and this afternoon you get to go first. Pleased about that, Jeff?
Not really.
OK, what is the most obscure name you can think of from that first coalition cabinet in May 2010, Jeff?
Oh, we went out first round last time. Let's keep on our habit. I think it's got to be Nick Clegg, I think.
Nick Clegg. You're hoping to score as few points as possible. OK, well, let's see if Nick Clegg is correct. And if it is, let's see how many people said Nick Clegg. 61. That's not terrible, Jeff. That's not terrible. That scores you 61 points. Nick Clegg, Richard.
Yeah, the leader of the Lib Dems and Deputy Prime Minister. It's quite a low score, isn't it? Though perhaps people think he's not in the cabinet. Maybe.
Maybe. OK, 61 points. So, Jean.
Yes.
Jean. How are you on current UK politics?
Oh, well, not very good. No.
Wow.
But I've got a name, so I'm just going to hope it's right.
You've got a lovely name, Jean.
Yeah. William Hague.
OK, William Hague, you're going to say.
Yeah.
Let's see if that's right. You're hoping to score as few points as possible. Let's see how many people said it. William Hague. It's right. Down the 20s. Teens. Single figures. Wow. Wow. William Hague scores you 9. I tell you what, if everyone can think of some obscure members of the coalition cabinet, there are going to be some pointless answers out there.
Foreign Secretary only scores 9 points. That's actually less than we found out last time knew that Mark Feelahy was in Westlife.
Yeah.
So...
Remember, we are looking for members of the first coalition cabinet as formed in May 2010. OK, now then, Andrew. Luckily, UK politics is something you follow a lot of.
Oh, absolutely.
Current affairs?
Sort of.
Yeah? Yeah.
Well, we're trying to find pointless politicians.
We are trying to find pointless politicians, exactly. Very well done.
There should be hundreds of them. I'm not absolutely certain he's in the cabinet, but I think he is. So I'm going to go for Simon Hughes.
Simon Hughes, you're saying? Let's see if it's correct, and if it is, let's see how many people said Simon Hughes. Bad luck, Andrew. Bad luck. Unfortunately, Simon Hughes is an incorrect answer, and it scores you the maximum of 100 points.
Yeah, I think that's really, really tough luck. I think it's a very good answer, but he wasn't in the first cabinet put together in May 2010. But very senior Lib Dem, deputy leader of the Lib Dems, but he's not in the cabinet.
OK, thanks very much, Richard. Bad luck, Andrew. Now then, Barney.
Yeah.
Now then, Barney, do you follow current affairs?
A little bit. I watch the news. There's one that springs to mind who's got a strange name, I think. Ming Campbell.
Ming Campbell.
Yeah, I think he's in the cabinet.
OK, you're going to go for Ming Campbell. You're hoping that this will be nice and obscure. Not so obscure that it's wrong. Well, let's see if that's a correct answer. And if it is, let's see how many people said Ming Campbell. Bad luck, Barney. Great news for Andrew. Bad news for you. I'm afraid that's an incorrect answer. It scores you the maximum of 100 points. Richard.
Yeah, unlucky, Barney. A former leader of the Lib Dems, former Olympic sprinter, but not in the first coalition cabinet, Ming Campbell, I'm afraid.
Oh, well, there we are. OK, well, we're halfway through the round. Let's take a look at the scores as they stand. On a brilliantly low 9 points, Jean and Carol. Oh, setting out their stall early on this game. Fabulous low score there. And then closely followed on 61 by Jeff and Mario. Jeff, what a brilliant answer there. And then Andrew and Barney, 2 incorrect answers. Incorrect for all the right reasons. But, yes, I'm afraid that places you neck and neck right at the other end of the field. But it's very exciting. Sue and Jake, the battle is going to be between you two. OK, we're going to come back down the line. Can the second players please take their places at the podium? OK, remember, we are looking for members of the Coalition Cabinet, the first Coalition Cabinet in May 2010. Now, Jake, you are the joint high scorers with Sue and Andrew on 100 points. And what are you going to say, Jake?
I've got 2 that I have in mind. One I'm pretty certain of, and the other one could go either way.
Is that because it's an obscure answer, or because Just
because I know the name, and just for no other reason really than that. So I'm probably going to go for that one, I think. I'll go with Peter Mandelson.
You're going to go with Peter Mandelson. No red line for you because you're the high scorers. Let's see if Peter Mandelson's right, and if it is, let's see how many people knew that answer. Peter Mandelson. Bad luck, Jake. I'm afraid that is an incorrect answer, which means you score the maximum of 100 points, taking your total up to an impressive 200. Richard.
Yeah, the bad news for you is that Peter Mandelson is not in the cabinet. The good news is Peter Mandelson's not in the cabinet. So, swings and roundabouts. No, he's a Labour lord, so I'm sure he would join the cabinet if he was asked, but I think it's unlikely they will.
Remember, we are looking for members of the first coalition cabinet as formed in May 2010. Sue, Jake and Barney are way out ahead on 200. They are the high scorers now. You were joint high scorers, they're now on their own. Is this question going to keep them on their own?
I'm terrible at politics.
Are you?
It is the worst thing you could have asked me.
Are you?
Absolutely.
Well, I tell you what, they're on 200. If you can score 99 or less...
Well, I'm going to have to go for David Cameron. What else can I do?
That might be a very, very shrewd answer. David Cameron.
What else can I do?
You think it's right?
I don't know, I mean, it's his cabinet, but he's a member of his cabinet, isn't he? I don't know.
So you're not sure?
I'm not sure.
It's a bit of a stab in the dark.
Politics is not my thing.
OK, you're going to go for this David Cameron character. Right, OK. Here's your red line. If David Cameron gets you below that red line, you are through to the next round. OK, well, let's see if David Cameron's right, and if it is, let's see how many people knew that answer. David Cameron. It's right. And down it goes. To 47. That was a very, very shrewd answer, Sue. Very well chosen. Takes your total up to 147, sees you through to the next round. Richard.
Yeah, it's quite something. Yeah, David Cameron's job in the cabinet is... He is Prime Minister. He is Prime Minister. I have to say, Jean is sort of looking like Jeremy Paxman or something, isn't she? She's looking like Britain's leading political expert.
Ditto Jeff, I'd say. Yeah. OK, well, thanks very much, Richard. Now then, Carol. Whatever happens, you are through to the next round. Jake and Barney are way ahead on 200, and I'm afraid we will be saying goodbye to them, whatever happens at the end of this round. Whatever you score, you can't overtake their high score. So have a bit of fun, Carol, and let's have a pointless answer and add 250 quid.
Well, I would like to beat my mum's score because she's did pretty well there. The only name I can think of that hasn't been said is Theresa May. I think she's a secretary of something. Might be education, but I don't think that's right.
Theresa May. Well, at this rate, that might not be a pointless answer. No red line for you. You're through, whatever happens. Let's see if Theresa May is indeed in the coalition cabinet, and if she is, let's see how many people remembered her. Theresa May. There she is, 9. Exactly the same score as your mum, Carol. 9 takes your total up to 18. Theresa May, Richard.
Yeah, well played, Carol. Theresa May was appointed Home Secretary in that first coalition cabinet. One of the 100 people we asked said Vanessa May.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Remember, we are looking for members of the first coalition cabinet as formed in May 2010. Now, Mario, you are through to the next round, come what may. Thanks to the high score of Jake and Barney, there's no way you can overtake their high score.
The only person left I can possibly think of is Vince Cable.
Vince Cable. OK, Vince Cable, again, could easily be pointless. Let's see how many people said Vince Cable and if he's a right answer. It's right. 44. 44. It's only 3 people fewer than said David Cameron. 44 takes your total up to 105. Very good. Vince Cable.
Yeah, he'll be delighted, won't he?
Yeah.
That's because he was on Strictly Come Dancing on their Christmas special.
Of course.
So people have heard of him. He was appointed business secretary in that first cabinet. There was lots and lots of pointless people in the cabinet. I'll go through a few of them. Mario and Jeff, you might have thought of the Secretary of State for Wales, who is Cheryl Gillan. She was pointless. Baroness Wazi is a minister without portfolio. She was pointless. Caroline Spellman, who is Environment, Food and Rural Affairs. Dr. Liam Fox, Defence. Francis Maud at the Cabinet Office. Lord Strathclyde. All of these are pointless. Oliver Letwin, Andrew Mitchell and Sir George Young. Very well done if you got any of those. Surely somebody got some of them. Come on.
OK, well, thanks very much, Richard. At the end of round 1, the losing pair with the highest score, I'm afraid, Jake and Barney. But the nice thing is you can equally share the blame, so there's no cavilling between you.
Although I'm sure they're staring at me at the moment. But,
I don't think they can equally share the blame.
I'm not sure they really can.
I think Min Campbell's not a bad answer.
Min Campbell not a bad answer.
I think Peter Manderson, I would say, is a bad answer, I would say.
Thank you.
We will see you again next time, when I'm sure you will last longer than just 1 round, I'm sure. Yeah, fingers crossed too, but you've done very well. No, you haven't. You've been appalling. You've been excellent contestants, if just not particularly good on your politics. Thanks very much for playing.
Excellent.
But for the remaining 3 pairs, it's now time for round 2. Now, obviously, only 2 pairs can make it through to the head-to-head, so one team's going to be leaving us at the end of this round. Make sure it's not you. OK, our category for this afternoon's second round is film. Can you all decide in your pairs who's going to go first, who's going to go second? And whoever's going first, please step up to the podium. OK, our round 2 question concerns famous film characters and their actors. In this round, we're about to show you a list of famous characters from films. We have asked 100 people to tell us which actor played them. Richard.
Yeah, we're going to show you the names of 6 characters in each pass. You've got to tell us which actor played them. If these characters have been played by more than one actor, we're looking for the actor who played them first. The more obscure the character, the fewer points you're going to score. If you give us an incorrect answer at any point, you'll score 100 points. And see how many of the 12 you can get at home.
Right, so we are looking for the actors who first played these characters. And we have got Han Solo, Norman Bates, Erin Brockovich, Forrest Gump, Ellen Ripley, Axel Foley. Let me read those one more time. Han Solo, Norman Bates, Erin Brockovich, Forrest Gump, Ellen Ripley, Axel Foley. Now then, Jeff, do you watch a lot of films?
No.
OK, so how does this compare to the members of the
OK,
coalition
there's a couple
cabinet?
of obvious ones up there, I think,
Right.
but...
OK, now then, Jeff.
Yep, it's obviously Norman Bates, which is Anthony Perkins.
Anthony Perkins. Very well said. Norman Bates. Let's see if Anthony Perkins is a correct answer, and if it is, let's see how many people knew that answer. Anthony Perkins. That's right, obviously. Down it comes. Very well done, Jeff. Anthony Perkins scores you 13 points. Richard.
Yeah, well played, Jeff. Anthony Perkins played the Psycho in Hitchcock's 1960 film Psycho.
Very well done. Now then, Jean. Now, is this a good category for you, that little expression there?
Yeah.
Oh, it is. Good,
Just
good.
don't know what one to go for.
Oh,
really.
good. I'm so glad. Good, good.
I'm going to go for Forrest Gump and Tom Hanks.
Tom Hanks,
Yeah,
Forrest Gump.
So I don't know whether that'll be very...
You're hoping that's one of them. That's the more obscure one of the ones
yeah.
you knew on that board.
Don't think so, really.
OK, well, Tom Hanks, Forrest Gump. Let's see if it's right, and if it is, let's see how many people knew that answer. Tom Hanks. 69. Well, that's quite a high score there, but it's a correct answer, Jean. 69 for Tom Hanks.
Yeah, Dean, at least it's a correct answer. Bill Murray and Chevy Chase both turned down the role before Tom Hanks took it.
Chevy Chase in the role of Forrest Gump.
Yep.
Wow. OK, there we are. Now then, Sue. I think you're going to be quite good at this. I think you're going to be good at this. You think you know them all?
I think I do.
Well, you can talk us through the board. You can go through all of the things on that board if you like, as long as you pick one at the end.
Han Solo, Harrison Ford, Erin Brockovich, Julia Roberts, Ellen Ripley, Sigourney Weaver and Axel Foley, Eddie Murphy. But I don't know which one's going to score the least. I think I'll go for Erin Brockovich, but it could be any of them. Julia Roberts.
Erin Brockovich, Julia Roberts.
Yeah.
Let's see how many people knew that answer. Erin Brockovich, Julia Roberts. Oh, 51. 51 for Erin Brockovich, Richard.
Yeah, I have to say, Sue, you went through every answer perfectly there, and I thought Erin Brockovich is a pretty good one to go for, but 51, it's a lot. So in the first round, you told us that David Cameron is in the cabinet and scored fewer points than knowing that Julia Roberts played Erin Brockovich. Isn't that extraordinary? But let's take a look at all the rest. Sue's already gone through them exactly right. Han Solo is Harrison Ford. Would have scored you less points, would have scored you 40. Axel Foley is Eddie Murphy. That would have scored you 31. And Ellen Ripley was probably the one to go for. Sigourney Weaver would have scored you 19 points. But Anthony Perkins is the best answer on the board. Well done if you got that at home. Well done if you got all 6 as well.
Thank you very much, Richard. So on 13, Jeff, what about that? Great. Leading the field. But the real contest is going to be between Andrew and Carol in the next pass. 51 for Sue and Andrew. And then Jean leading the field there with 69. So, yes, Carol, I hope you know your films. We're going to come back down the line. Can the second players please now take their places at the podium? So we're going to put 6 more famous characters from films on the board, and here they are. Travis Bickle, Jason Bourne, Dr. Zhivago, Lara Croft, Vincent Vega, Scarlett O'Hara. I'll read those one more time. Travis Bickle, Jason Bourne, Dr. Zhivago, Lara Croft, Vincent Vega, Scarlett O'Hara. Right, so we are looking for the actors who first played these characters, and you're trying to find the one that the fewest of our 100 people knew. Now then, Andrew. Sue did pretty well. She knew all the names on that board. Sadly, Erin Brockovich was a high scorer. The high scorers at the moment are Carol and Jean on 69. If you can score 17 or less with this, you are definitely through to the next round.
I think I'm going to have to go for Dr. Zhivago and Omar Sharif.
Omar Sharif, Dr. Zhivago. As I said, you want to score 17 or less to be sure of a place in the next round. There's your red line. Let's see if Omar Sharif is right for Dr. Zhivago, and if it is, let's see how many people knew that answer. Omar Sharif. Is right. How far down will that go? Very well done. 19, that scores you. It's not good enough to ensure that you're through to the next round, but it ought to see you in there. Richard. Dr. Zhivago.
Yeah, well played, Andrew. 2 good answers from your team there, I think. From 1965. Peter O'Toole turned down the role first.
Peter O'Toole? This is getting more and more bizarre. Chevy Chase?
Peter O'Toole.
Did they not ask?
Chevy Chase turned down the role as well.
Yeah.
The young Chevy Chase turned down the role.
Wow. OK, well, that I didn't say that takes your score to 70. You are the high scorers by 1 point. So, Carol, it's in your hands. If you can find a pointless answer, you are definitely through to the next round.
I'll try.
OK, a pointless answer.
OK, the only one that I think is probably be more obscure is Vincent Vega, which I'm sure is John Travolta. I'm not positive, but I'm think.
Do you want to guess which film?
Pulp Fiction.
Vincent Vega, OK. Well, if this scores you nothing, you are definitely through to the next round. Let's see if Vincent Vega is right, and if it is, let's see how many people knew that answer. Vincent Vega, John Travolta. Very well done, it's right. Down it goes. Very well done, 12. That scores you, Carol. It's a great answer, lovely low score, but it takes your total up to 81, which may be too high. We'll see. Richard?
Yeah, good answer there, Carol. Very well played. 1994, Pulp Fiction.
Very, very good. That's our lowest score throughout the entire round so far. Is it too little too late, though? We shall see. Mario, it's all in your hands. You're on 13. Carol and Jean, the high scorers, on 81. If you can score 67 or less with this answer, you are through to the head-to-head. Take us through the board, Mario, the last person to have that.
I think Travis Bickle's Robert De Niro, Jason Bourne is Matt Damon, Lara Croft, I think, is Angelina Jolie, and Scarlett O'Hara is Vivian Leigh. So I think I'll go with... I'll have egg on my face if it's more than... I'll go for Robert De Niro, Travis Bickle.
Travis Bickle, Robert De Niro in, of course...
Taxi Driver.
Taxi Driver. There is the red line. Below that red line, you are through to the head-to-head, and we say goodbye to Carol and Jean. Let's see. Is Robert De Niro right? And if it is, how many people said it? Well done. You're through. Oh, that's a brilliant answer. Very, very well done, Mario. That scores you 5, takes your total up to 18. Richard.
Yeah, well played, Mario. It's the best answer on the board, actually. 5 points. Taxi Driver, the natural enemy of the bus controller. Jeff, am I right? Let's take a look at the rest of the boards. Mario has just taken us through it very successfully. The biggest scorer, though, Lara Croft, Angelina Jolie, would have scored you 66 points.
Wow.
That's more people than know Nick Clegg's in the cabinet. Jason Bourne, as Matt Damon, as Mario told us, would have scored you 35, and Scarlett O'Hara, Vivian Leigh, would have scored you 15. So very well done if you got all 12 of those at home.
Thanks very much, Richard. So at the end of round 2, the losing pair with the highest score, it's Jean and Carol.
Never mind.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Not terrible answers there from you. You went to the head-to-head in the last game.
I know.
Oh, dear, oh, dear.
We've had fun.
Never mind, we've had fun.
Well, so have we. It's been lovely having you on the show. Thank you so much for playing. Wonderful contestants. Thank you. But for the remaining 2 pairs, things are going to get even more exciting now as we enter the head-to-head. Very, very well done. Mario and Jeff and Andrew and Sue, you've made it through to the head-to-head. Now, obviously, only one pair can make it through to today's final and play for the jackpot, which currently stands, in case you've forgotten, at £3,500. OK, you're going to go head-to-head on the best of 3 questions. For each question, each pair needs to give me just one answer, and you are now allowed to confer. All you have to do is come up with an answer that scores less than the other pair, and you will win that question. The pair that gets the best of 3 will be playing for today's jackpot. Let's play Pointless. Here is your first question. We gave 100 people 100 seconds to name as many English cities beginning with L as they could. L.
Yeah, there are 7 cities in England that begin with L as of the start of 2011. Which is the most obscure of those? And see how many of the 7 you can get at home as well.
OK, Mario and Jeff, because you've played best throughout the show so far, you get to go first. We are looking for English cities beginning with L.
Leeds and Liverpool. Leicester. Yeah, good cracking.
OK, I'm going to need an answer from you.
We're going to go for Leicester.
You're going to go for Leicester. OK, we have Leicester. Andrew and Sue, you can now do your thinking out loud. Leicester is off the board.
We've got quite a lot.
You can say it.
Let's hear him, let's hear him.
Well, I was thinking about Ludlow. I'm not sure whether it's got a cathedral or not, but I'm not sure about it. I think Lancaster.
Do you?
Yeah, I think.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'll go for Lancaster.
Lancaster, we'll go for.
You're going to go for Lancaster. OK, we have Leicester, we have Lancaster. Mario and Jeff have gone for Leicester. Let's see if that's right. And if it is, let's see how many people said Leicester. It's right. 76. Leicester. Very high score there. Andrew and Sue have gone for Lancaster. It has to be right, and it has to beat 76. Let's see if Lancaster is indeed a city, and if it is, let's see if it can score lower than 76. It's right. And down it goes. It beats Leicester. Very, very well done. 36 for Lancaster. So after our first question, it is 1-0 to Andrew and Sue. Richard.
Yeah, well played, Andrew and Sue. Very good answer. There is one very obscure answer here which beats everything else out of the water. It's not Ludlow, so it's fortunate you didn't go for it. But anybody at home who said Lichfield, Lichfield in Staffordshire would have scored you 3 points. Then there's Lichfield, yeah. Then Lancaster with 36, Lincoln 54, Leeds 68, Leicester 76, Liverpool 77, and London 84. There's the City of London and the City of Westminster, both in Greater London.
After the first question, 1-0 to Andrew and Sue. Mario and Jeff, you have to win this next question to stay in the game. Here it is. Second question. We gave 100 people 100 seconds to name as many Grand National fences as they could. Grand National fences. Richard.
Yeah, we're looking for any of the traditional names given to fences on the Grand National course at Aintree, and we're going by the Aintree website for this. We're not looking for numbered fences, but there are 6 fences which have individual names as listed on the Aintree website. And that's as of the start of 2011.
OK, thanks very much, Richard. Now, Andrew and Sue, you get to go first this time.
There's one called Foyne. They named a fence after Foyne.
Well, if you're not sure.
We're going to go for Valentine's Brook.
Valentine's Brook. Valentine's Brook. Mario and Jeff.
I think of 2 obvious answers, which are going to be way, way, way up.
And those are?
Obviously, Beech's Brook, and you've got the chair. And I can't offer.
I don't know. I don't even watch it. The Grand National.
Oh, it'll have to be the chair, and best of luck to our friends in the final.
Oh, that's incredibly gracious of you. So you are going to say the chair?
Unfortunately.
Unfortunately, the chair. So we have Valentine's Brook and we have the chair. OK, Andrew and Sue have gone for Valentine's. Let's see if that is correct. And if it is correct, let's see how many people said it. It's right. It's right. And down it goes. Oh, very, very well done indeed. That scores you 3. Now, Mario and Jeff, you have gone for the chair. Let's see if that's right, and if it is, let's see how many people said the chair. That's right. There we are.
Good effort.
So, yes, Valentine's beats the chair, and after 2 questions, Andrew and Sue are through in straight sets to the final. Richard.
Yeah, that's the way to play the head-to-head, guys. Very, very well done. So Valentine's a very good answer. There is actually a pointless answer here. It's the one answer that would have beaten it. I think I heard you say it in your deliberation, so I might give you the glory if you do know it.
I was going to go for this. I wasn't sure the official name, but I think they named a fence after Foynehaven, the horse that caused the pile-up in '67.
That is 100% right. Pointless answer right at the bottom of the list, Foynehaven. Very well done if you got that at home. Foynehaven won at sort of 150 to 1, where huge amounts of the other horses fell at that fence. There's Valentine's with 3, the Water Jump with 5, Canal Turn with 9, there's the chair on 30, and right at the top, Beecher's Brook on 46. Very well done if you said Foynehaven at home.
OK, Richard, thank you very much. So the losing pair at the end of the head-to-head, Mario and Jeff. Oh, you've done so well this afternoon.
I betted on Foynehaven. It was 100 to 1. 1966, I think, wasn't it? I had 6pence win on that.
Yeah, it was 1967 it was.
67.
67.
Dear, oh dear.
Wow.
Bad luck, guys, bad luck. Well, you had 2 correct answers. Oh, such a great shame. But it's been lovely for us, because we've had the pleasure of you on the show all the way through to the head-to-head. Been lovely contestants. Thank you so much for playing.
Thank you.
Thanks.
But for Andrew and Sue, it's now time for our pointless final and the chance to win our jackpot of £3,500. Well, many congratulations, Andrew and Sue. You've seen off the competition and you have won our coveted pointless trophy. You now have a chance to win our pointless jackpot. At the end of today's show, the jackpot stands at £3,500. Now, the rules are very simple. To win that money, all you have to do is find a pointless answer. That's an answer that none of our 100 people could think of. Now, we haven't had any pointless answers on the show today. You only have to find one now to go home with that money. First, though, you've got to choose a category, and you can choose from these 3 options. And they are American Fiction, Wildlife, Film Awards. American Fiction, Wildlife or Film Awards. What are you thinking?
I think American Fiction could be anything. Wildlife could be anything.
I would think Film Awards is not going to be the Oscars, otherwise it would... Well, it might be.
It might be.
Wildlife. You're any good on wildlife?
It depends. You pick.
So what are you going to go for?
We're going to go for Film Awards.
Film Awards. OK, very good. OK, well, let's find out what that question is. Before we do, what part of Film Awards would you like this to be?
We'd be happiest. If it's about the Oscars,
We might be happy.
Yeah, we might have a chance at that.
Happy with that.
If it's any other film awards apart from the Oscars...
We might struggle.
No, we will struggle.
Let's find out what that question is. We gave 100 people 100 seconds to name as many winners of the Palme d'Or as they could. Richard.
Yeah, we're looking for any film made for general cinema release which has won the Palme d'Or at the Cannes International Film Festival from 1975 all the way through to 2010. Some years there it's jointly awarded to more than one film, so we'll accept either answer. And for foreign language films, you can give us the English name or the foreign name, whichever is easiest.
OK, thank you very much, Richard. You now have up to 1 minute to come up with 3 answers. And all you need to win that £3,500 is for just one of those answers to be pointless. Your 60 seconds start now.
OK, right. So it's not the Oscars we were hoping for. There's a Mike Leigh film, which I think... Secrets and Lies. Is that Secrets and Lies?
Well, I think there is a film called that.
I know Mike Leigh won at the Palme, at the Cannes Film Festival. I'm trying to think of directors. Yeah, I'm trying to think of directors. Scorsese.
Danny Boyle won anything there?
Yeah, possibly. Yeah. Slumdog Millionaire, I think, won.
But that's going to be high.
There's
that will score high, surely.
Polanski. I think.
Which one?
Pianist, possibly.
Pianist?
Possibly the Pianist.
Well,
I've got a vague recollection of Polanski getting an award, and he,
wasn't the
with all the
Oscar.
fuss that was going on. What? Which other ones there?
Not the Oscar for that.
5 seconds left.
Should we go for those 3? We don't know, do we?
OK, there's your time up. Well, we were looking for winners of the Palme d'Or. I now need your 3 answers.
Well, Danny Boyle, Slumdog Millionaire.
OK.
Mike Leigh's Secrets and Lies.
Secrets and Lies.
And The Pianist, Roman Polanski's film.
The Pianist. OK, of those 3, which do you think's your most confident shot at a pointless answer?
Possibly Mike Leigh. I'm sure Mike Leigh's won, and I think it was for
Secrets and Lies is the one you're going to put forward. OK, we'll put that third. Which is your least confident?
Well, Danny Boyle.
OK, Slumdog Millionaire first, The Pianist, then Secrets and Lies. OK, we'll put them up on the board in that order. Slumdog Millionaire, The Pianist, and Secrets and Lies. There they are. OK, we were looking for winners of the Palme d'Or. You said this was your least confident answer. You only need one of these to be pointless to win that £3,500 jackpot. Let's see how many people said Slumdog Millionaire, and if it is a correct answer. Slumdog Millionaire. Oh.
That's a good start.
Bad luck. It was a bit of a punt. And anyway, to be honest, even if that had been right, that wouldn't have been a pointless answer, surely. So, unfortunately, that is not a pointless answer. You only have 2 more chances to win today's jackpot. £3,500. What would you do with that?
My shoes.
A lot of shoes. A lot of shoes.
A lot of shoes. Yeah.
Andrew?
I would take my son on a golf holiday.
OK. How confident are you with The Pianist?
I've just got this vision of Roman Polanski at the Cannes Film Festival, and I can't think what other film it could be, so...
But do you think if this is right, how far down do you think this will go?
It could go... If it's right, it could go low, probably not low enough, but I'm not sure it's right.
OK. We are looking for winners of the Palme d'Or. This is your next answer. You have gone for Roman Polanski's The Pianist. Let's see if it's right. And if it is, let's see how many people said it. It has to be pointless for you to win that jackpot of £3,500. Let's see if it's right. And it is right. It is right. How far down is it going to go? How many of our 100 people knew this? Into the 20s, into the teens, into single figures? Ah! What about that? Oh, that was exciting.
It was.
One person in our 100 people knew that.
You shouldn't do that. That's awful.
Unfortunately, that wasn't a pointless answer. You only have one more chance to win today's jackpot of £3,500. Now you know that. What are you thinking?
I don't know what I'm thinking anymore.
What are you thinking
I was
about?
most confident of Secrets and Lies having won. So
Yeah.
that's why we put it last. So I really don't know. It's quite a recent film, so... The same person who knows the pianist will probably know the Mike Leigh question, so...
That's quite true.
It's quite true.
Yeah.
Only quite true.
If it's even right.
Well, let's see if it's right, exactly. We are looking for winners of the Palme d'Or. You said this was the answer you had most faith in. You were most confident of all your three answers that this would be pointless. Let's see if Secrets and Lies is right. And let's see if it'll win you that jackpot of £3,500. Secrets and Lies. It's right. It's right. Very, very well done. Secrets and Lies. Will it go all the way down to zero? And if it does, you will win £3,500. Yeah! Congratulations.
That was him.
Well, you managed to find that all-important pointless answer. Well done, which means you go home with that jackpot of £3,500.
Thank you.
Brilliant. Richard, what about that?
Yeah, fantastic. You've both played so wonderfully throughout. Secrets and Lies is a brilliant answer. There's a whole bunch of pointless answers. Let's take a look at a few of them. All That Jazz, Barton Fink, the Coen Brothers movie, Dance from the Dark, which is Lars von Trier, Michael Moore's Fahrenheit 9/11, Paris, Texas. There's Mike Leigh's Secrets and Lies, that's just won you the money. Sex, Lies and Videotape, The Mission, The Piano, Jane Campion's film would have won you the money as well. So lots of pointless answers there, but you know, you've played so brilliantly throughout. It seems a long time ago we were talking about the coalition cabinet, doesn't it?
Well, thanks once again to our winning players, Andrew and Sue, who go away with today's jackpot of £3,500. Very well done. Join us next time when we'll be putting more obscure knowledge to the test on Pointless. Meanwhile, it's goodbye from Richard.
Goodbye.
And it's goodbye from me. Goodbye.